Ladies and gentlemen, glad to see you followed the first direction today, and that was to watch this video. As you can see, we have some challenges up against us today. We have 10. Indeed, they do get harder as they go. One thing you have to make sure you do today is follow directions and take your time. We're going to draw the first shape together. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Starting at challenge number 1, it says draw a cube with dimensions 4 feet by 4 feet by 4 feet tall. When finished, color all sides red. We're going to work through that one together, and I'm going to show you how to save this drawing and how to export it to a JPEG image. So go ahead and open up SketchUp and I'll meet you there. Okay, so we've opened up Google SketchUp, and as you can tell, I'm on my Mac. It looks a little bit different, but that's okay. All of the techniques that we're going to use, all the tools we're going to use are exactly the same. So we're going to go down here to Template. We're going to click on Simple Template, Feet and Inches, start using SketchUp. And I'm just going to make this full size so it's easier to see. And we're going to start off again by drawing challenge number 1. First thing we're going to do is get rid of our little girl here, and we are going to draw a cube. Select the rectangle tool, start at the origin. We're going to drag out, and we're going to type in our dimensions: 4 feet, comma, 4 feet. Check our dimensions are correct. Hit enter, let go of our mouse. We're going to zoom in so we can see exactly what it is we're drawing. Pan over so it's centered. And since this is a cube, we know our height has to be the same as the length and the width, so we're going to push-pull this 4 feet up. 4 feet, enter, let go of the mouse. We're going to orbit so we can see all 4 sides. Well, we can see 3 sides. We're going to pan down to center it. Now we're going to apply the color, and if we look at the directions, it says apply a red color to it. So we're going to click on our paint bucket. We're going to scroll down and look for a red color, and this one looks good. Now I can click on all of our sides and rotate all the way around to color this red, but one thing we can do that makes our life easier is we're going to click on the arrow, which is our select tool, and we're going to draw a box around the entire shape. And what that's going to do is select every edge and every surface. Now we can come over here to our paint tool, make sure we have red selected, and by selecting one edge, it turns the entire object red. Then we can select off of our object, and there it is. Now we have to do 2 things here. First of all, we have to save this drawing, then we have to export it as a picture. So first things, let's go ahead and save it. Click File, Save As, and we're going to save this in our server as Drawing 1. Okay, since this is the drawing file, we're going to save it as a SketchUp file. We're going to click Save. Now it's time to export it as a picture. I'm going to orbit around so I can see it. I'm also going to zoom in, and then I'm going to pan so that it's right in the center of the window, and we can orbit around to select a view that we like. And again, 2 things we're concerned about. We're zoomed in far enough so we can see the object, and secondly, we want to make sure that we're centered in our window. Now we can see axis lines here. We can see the blue line that runs vertical. We can see the red line, which is kind of like our x-axis, if you will, and the green line, which is our z-axis, which gives us depth. As soon as we take a picture, those lines will disappear, so don't worry about those. Now the next step is to go up to File, and we're going to go down here to Export, and we're going to export this as a 2D graphic. And again, that's going to save it in a JPEG format, which is a picture format. So I'm going to select 2D graphic. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to change this. Instead of drawing 1, this is actually going to be picture 1. So I have a separate drawing file, and now I have a picture file. And I'm going to delete the .jpeg, and yours might not be there. I know it's a JPEG because it says so right here. And I'm going to click Export. And remember, we're saving both of these files into our server. And it might be a good idea to create a new folder to save all of these files into. And you can name that SketchUp exercise if you wish. As soon as I click export, our picture is taken and it is now saved. And if you're curious to see what this looks like, and here's the picture, and you can see that Google SketchUp has removed all access lines, so we are left with nothing but the original shape in JPEG form. Let's take a look at what our objectives are for the day. Okay, the first thing you're going to do today is create a new folder in your server named SketchUp Exercise. Keep yourself organized, keep all of your files and pictures in one place. Next, open up a separate SketchUp file for each challenge. You don't want to have multiple drawings on the same file. Keep them separated. You always want to start fresh with a new origin every time. Next, save each challenge as drawing 1, drawing 2, etc. I don't want to see untitled drawings in your folder. Keep everything organized so you know where everything is and which file is which. After you're done saving your challenge, make sure you export a picture for each challenge. Remember, we learned how to use the Zoom Extents tool, which zooms it in for you and centers it. Make sure you save your exported JPEG as picture 1, picture 2 so it correlates with your drawing file. Next, be patient. Please read the directions carefully. This activity is not meant to confuse you. As long as you read the directions and understand what it is you're supposed to do, you will be fine. And finally, have fun. Please use these challenges as a way for you to get better using Google SketchUp.